Alright, welcome back. Okay, so last time I mentioned that we're going to be taking on the palace, and that's pretty much all this update's going to be. It's just going to be Kanashiro's palace. We're not fighting the boss, no, that'll be in the next update, but we're going to get to the boss. Or at least to the treasure. You know what, Morgana? We're going to do exactly that.
Alright, I'm gonna bust loose.
But first, cutscene!
So what am I gonna be called? You all were using code names, weren't you?
You're quite perceptive.
This time's a hard one. Maybe something like, shoulder pads?
Why?
Why in the world did you focus on that?
There's a lot more defining features on this costume.
What about riding?
That's cool.
Sounds too much like a smuggler. Next.
Aw, come on!
Fixer? I'm not a mastermind, though. Next. Won't you give me something better to
That's more like an assassin or something.
She reminds me of an empress. You got anything, Joker?
Well, since you mentioned it, how about Queen? Works for me.
Whoa, I totally see it. It fits so well that I'm at a loss for words here. Queen. It has a nice ring to
I feel Iron Maiden would have worked just as well.
Let's go with that. Now then, could you explain to me the strategy for this mission?
About that.
Strategy?
You don't have one? Wait, the Phantom Thieves were acting without any plan?
You know, when you say it like that, it makes it sound really
We
stupid.
pretty much look around the area. I provide navigation when needed. And then,
If we'd run into shadows, we'd beat the shit out of them.
Yeah, we suck at this.
very well then. I feel like I'll be useful for sure. Seems my role is to be the brain of this team. I'll analyze Mona's information and give out orders. Any objections?
Nope.
None, Queen.
That's fine by us.
That skull's definitely the type that'll be under a girl's thumb.
Mona, will you begin navigating?
We are just awful at our jobs.
Queen?
Him too, it seems.
We've just been going at this completely without any form of strategy or thought at all. We've just gotten lucky the last few times. God. But hey, look at that. They decided to block the front entrance. So, we're not getting in the same way we went in the first time. Although I don't see why not. Like, I can still see a big ass hole in that door. Why don't we just slip underneath the tape? I guess that'd be too obvious. Also, hey, Morgana's costume for Trish is showing up finally. But before that, there's something I want to show off. As I mentioned in the last update, I'm not going to be doing a min-maxing bit for my initial persona. I'll just be sticking with this one, maybe throwing a few new moves here and there. But besides that, this is what I'm going to be using, unless I get to the DLC personas. But hey, if you are in the mood for min-maxing, guess what? The game gives you that option.
The progress of your rehabilitation, and hence has given you use of a special ritual. It's the gallows, used to strengthen persona abilities. Any further questions regarding this ritual can be directed toward our master himself. He's apparently gonna consider making even more rituals if your rehabilitation goes as planned. Work hard for it.
So what the gallows are is basically you take one persona that you like, and you take another persona that you're not quite as attached to, or that's stronger, and then basically just feed that persona to the first one, and you make it stronger.
The inmate needs our guidance.
It'll learn new moves, it can also level up, but most importantly, you can kind of pick out which specific stat that you want to boost. This is how people min-max. And also, this is expensive as hell. Because, mainly for the reason of, you can only use the gallows once a day. However, there is a way to kind of cheat this. You take the persona that you've already boosted, you save it in the compendium, then you delete it, then you rebuy it again, and then you buy another persona to put into it. And then you repeat the process over and over and over and over and over again. this gets very expensive. But fortunately, from what I've learned about Persona 5 The Royal, they've kind of mitigated this in a way that I really like. You can basically do what P4G did in some way, shape, or form. I'm not sure the entire specifics, but they brought something akin to that back. I don't think it's shuffle time, but it's something close enough. Probably won't have to use the gallows quite as often. Or maybe the gallows will be readjusted in the Royal Edition to compensate. Only time will tell. Or, watch footage of the Japanese version. But yeah, we're not using it. We are not going to be using that for this playthrough. Because I am not going to be min-maxing. Because A, that takes up way too much cash, and also, it's going to be kind of pointless whenever I move on to the better version of the game.
Finished for now? Done already? No slacking off.
Yeah.
But hey, look! A suspicious-looking giant piggy bank. Yeah, but they still have a hole in the door, guys. You can see it! There's a little crack we can just crawl through. What are you guys talking? There's literally a little hole in the door! Or just have Makoto, bust in again right through the front door. I mean, come on. I guess it would be a little obvious coming in through the front door again. But still. Anyway, we need a new infiltration point. Easily found. I wonder if that giant pig has something to do with it. I mean, the placard is strange. That was super easy. You'd think for a high security bank, they'd make it less obvious. Whatever. I think we're pretty much prepared. I'm invincible. More or less. Alright, it's time for the usual spiel. Find the map, and look for the treasure, and beat the shit out of any shadows that we come across. Nothing new. I do like this music a lot, though. It's very jazzy.
Hold a moment.
Oh, we're back in the entrance hall. See, we weren't really that far away from where we first started. And they only have like 2 guys here? What the hell? You would think this area would have way more guards. Whatever. Let's take a look around the bank.
Come on, man.
I love that the collectibles are little cartoon money bags.
Focus.
And piggy banks, of course.
I can
What's up?
Reveal your true form.
Tear your face off. And let's listen to that Persona 1 track. Yeah. I kind of like the designs of the Nekomata. It's not your typical cat girl.
Now, just what I'd expect from you, Joker. Nice work, team.
I like the Persona 1 track. Honestly, the first two Persona games are pretty different from Personas like 3 through 5. But still, they're pretty good games. I like them. I feel like Persona 2 is way better than Persona 1, but Persona 1's got some good marks about it. Except for that hilariously weird first localization of it. Where they basically replaced all the Japanese names with American names and, among other things. Oh, you can look that stuff up on your own time. Oh, jeez. But it's also, I think I might have mentioned this before in a previous update, I'm not sure. But also, it's rather interesting that the main protagonists for 1 and 2, and I guess both parts of 2, were not of the Fool Arcana. Persona 1, the main character, the boy with the pierced ear, he has the Emperor Arcana. And then Tatsuya is of the Sun, which I think is pretty cool. And Maya would be the Moon, appropriately enough. They really don't want anybody going down that elevator shaft. Well, we're gonna have to get into that elevator shaft some way. Time to get creative. And by that, I mean just beat the shit out of more shadows.
It's somewhere. I can feel it. It's somewhere.
Violence will work eventually. Yeah, granted, Narukami is more or less... Yeah, granted, Ren is more or less invincible, given the stuff I put on him. That doesn't mean everybody else is. I'm the only... Ren's the only one with a level 90 persona, and, like, the omnipotent orb, which pretty much, like, nullifies all damage, more or less. But everybody else, not as lucky. They're still pretty strong, but still, it's not great. Oh, look, angels! And of course they're using Hama.
Nice work, team.
I've mentioned this before. The most bullshit spells in SMT, and I think this is kind of the reason why they're known as rather difficult games, at least in a small capacity, is because, hey, you might just be having a good run, you know, everything's going fine, you know, you're slowly learning, you're leveling up, you've gotten a little cocky, maybe you haven't saved too recently, and then somebody just hits you with a freaking instant death spell. Done. Game over. And of course, not only with like not only with the Persona series, but I'm pretty sure with a couple other SMT games, if the main character dies, that's it, you're done. Oh look, a dog shadow. I don't know how to feel about that. I mean, because it might be quicker or smarter than other enemies. I'm not a cat, shut up! I'm only a cat when it's convenient for me. I don't like that. They're just Dobermans. Oh goodness, it's Orthus. That's appropriate. And now it's gone. Well. Yeah, that was real scary, Morgana.
It's a step forward. Okay.
We're not going to be using the Persona 1 costumes for the entire dungeon. We're going to be changing them up pretty soon.
You got it.
I guess we turn around. No, we're just going to go deal with them. Ambush! Sup, dude? I'm like Optimus Prime with all the face ripping I'm doing. Aroba has always been kind of like weird for me. I don't know how I feel about these sassy horsemen. Very stylish hair, though. But horses with hands, I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know how I feel about that. Oh cool, Ryuji learned Mazio, which is not really... Magic's not really Ryuji's thing. Hey look, a shiny thing in the background.
Hey,
Cool, a key card. We have to heat the key, then cool the key, and then get the key to room temperature. Not necessarily in that order, but still. Well, I wonder where we could use the key card in this entire room that is currently locked.
I can feel it.
Should we not just bash this? Whatever. Alright, cool. I can't believe they just left the key card on the table with just one guy guarding it, but... Wow, this bank kind of sucks, huh?
Show me your true.
How are you able to get this far in the mafia business, bro? And there he goes.
Just what I'd expect from you, Joker.
Physical resistance doesn't mean physical immunity, dude.
Fits me like a glove.
Yeah, we're still not using Morgana. Still not. I'm sorry, Morgana, you've been replaced. You've been hard replaced. And yeah, no, Morgana is more or less the team's wind magic user and the primary healer. Like, Morgana gets the really, really good healing spells. You know the ones. But honestly, Makoto gets enough to that you basically don't need him anymore. And given the track record for like wind users in Persona games, Nah, I'm good. I'm good. So far, we're going 1 for 3.
Okay.
1 for 3 right now. I forget, does Persona 1 and 2 use force or wind? Because they're both essentially the same thing, but they're just called something different. Like in SMT games, not like Persona, they have spells called like Zan, or Zanma, or Zandine. This basically translates to force. Whereas, it basically means the exact same thing. It's basically the exact same thing as Garu. So I'm not sure why they felt the need to have like one distinct thing over another. Yeah, like with the curse line of magic and the bless line of magic, yeah, that makes sense as to why that's different from light and darkness, because those are actual physical damage dealing magic, as opposed to instant kill magic. But with force and wind, it's the same thing. I don't know. Just a little weird, all I'm gonna say. I guess because the Persona games are more like mainstream as compared to a lot of the SMT games. Like, I'm pretty sure they seem more popular to the general public. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love all the SMT games, but some are definitely more popular than others. Like, Persona 5 especially recently has just been getting a shit ton of cameos. Like, never stopping. So many cameos. I'm curious if this game series is going to be milked just like P4. Most likely. Most likely. It's already gotten a dancing game. It's already gotten a Dynasty Warriors game. It just needs a fighting game now. Let's see. It's gotten a shit ton of crossovers, like with a lot of mobile games. Hell, they even made a crossover with Catherine, but that's in-house, but still. Oh yeah, and Joker's in Smash. So Persona 5 is definitely a hot commodity. And they're getting a remake, a remastering or something like that. Whatever you want to call it. Your mustache looks stupid, dude. Strengthen security as much as you can. A little late for that. Well, just gotta keep heading down. Even further down to the belly of the beast. I'm sorry. It never gets old. Yusuke and Naruto running is amazing. I love it.
This is a safe room.
Alright. So our first safe room. We can actually start talking about our plan of attack.
Well,
We weren't already? I mean, yeah, riding on an elevator while being incredibly dangerous is pretty cool. No, we're still thieves. Let's not get that mixed up. It's in our title, but still.
What are your thoughts?
Ryuji, there's a chair, dude. Use that. Why are you just... What? Why are you... Okay. Anyway, let's change up our costume, shall we? Let's go with... You know, I kept going through it because I didn't realize that the Raido Kuzunoha outfits were called something different. I'll use that one later, but for the time being, let's just go with P2. Yeah. Persona 2's fun. I like it a lot. And hey, Trish is a character in that game too. Yeah, there we go. Rocking our looks like Tatsuya in the crew.
Okay, let's get back to exploring.
Now, for those of you who don't know who Trish is, Trish was a character in Persona 1 and 2. She actually made kind of a cameo appearance in Persona 3, where she had like her own little TV show that you could just check out every now and again. You just see like little text boxes, but she'd mentioned like, hey, where's the cast of Persona 1 and 2 nowadays? Well, this guy's doing this, and this guy's doing that, and she's doing this. You know, kind of fills you in on what happened to them. Even though, like, by extension, I think I mentioned this in the Persona 4 Golden playthrough, honestly. Even though, by that show solely existing, that kind of makes everything seem... The Persona universe is so freaking weird. Alright? I can legitimately believe that Persona 4 and... I can legitimately believe that Persona 3 through 5 are kind of in the same universe because you go to same locations, you meet up with some characters from previous games. Like, there's a Rise poster in P5. She's doing stuff. So is Naoto. In Persona 4, you meet up with the student council president, I'm forgetting her name at the moment, from Persona 3, and you go to freaking Gekkoukan High. And just kick that, by the way. Fuck it. But, okay, that also doesn't explain the minor detail that there's a Persona 3, like, calendar in the Persona in Narukami's room, which really just fucks with my head. And then, of course, there's the matter of what the hell happened in Persona 1 and 2, where it wasn't, where people could just use their Persona powers in broad fucking daylight. Also, here's the Persona 2 track, it's pretty dope. Yeah. Where they could just use it no problem in the real world. Oh, and there was a moment in Persona 2 where people played a game called the Persona game, and then that summoned a guy called Joker. Not this Joker, different Joker. And friggin', yeah, by doing that, if you didn't have any strong enough desires, well, you just basically just, you get turned into a lifeless husk. And it sucks. Whew. Sorry. Having that, yeah, no, that just kind of, that kind of messes with me a little bit. The fact that all these games exist within the same basic universe.
Okay.
What exactly counts anymore? Can we use our personas out in the real world? Not anymore, not since Persona, like, that stopped happening in Persona 2. I guess the rules kind of got rewritten. Persona 3 through 5, you have to have a special condition for you to be able to use it. With P3, you gotta go to a tower. P4, TV. P5, use your cell phones to go into somebody else's brain.
Okay.
And then of course there is that Persona anime, Trinity Soul. Not the Persona 4, not the Persona 3, 4, and 5 anime. No, not those. Trinity Soul. The one where there's like a brand new group of Persona users. I never watched it, but I know Akihiko was in it. But for some reason, he couldn't use his Persona because he got too old, which seems really, really dumb. Especially considering P4 had a character who was above the age of a teenager could use it. Friggin' Persona 5 Strikers has a character who's older than the main protagonist, and they can use a Persona just fine. Oh my goodness, this is... Ugh. It's all a lot to take in, all a lot to decipher through. It's not the most confusing timeline, it's not the most confusing story. It's way more coherent than Kingdom Hearts. Or the Zelda timeline. But then again, that's not a very high bar.
I am thou. Die! Someone finish it.
An enemy frozen. Let's shatter it in one strike. Two enemies remaining. Don't let it darken.
Well, on to the next triumph.
Yeah! Victory!
Power courses through me. What a skill. Okay.
A decisive victory. Joker, there's a chest. Yes.
I can feel it. I can see it.
I gotta say, even though I do like the uniforms and stuff like that from P2 and the other previous games, I would have liked to see some other cameo costumes. Yeah, I know it's hard for Persona, like Personas 3 and 4, where most of the time you're just in basic-ass school uniforms. But there were other costumes. Like in Persona 2, Tatsuya has a freaking motorcycle riding outfit. Maya does not dress in a school uniform. Aikachi's costume looks different enough. You know, looks different enough that it's a different kind of school uniform. Still, there's a lot of other characters whose costumes you could borrow from. Anyway, this is looking pretty bad right now. This is looking pretty bad, but hey, it's fine, because guns solve everything. I do not like instant death spells. That is just... Oh, that is just awful.
Okay.
Especially if you're not cautious. But we're fine.
It's somewhere.
Kick this. We don't need to hack anything. Just frickin' kick all their electronics. Who gives a shit? Not us.
I can feel it. Focus. It's somewhere. Whoa!
Joker.
Oh, you think you can pull that trick on me? No, thank you. I got way better stuff anyway. Look, another Orthus. I like Orthus. Orthus is cool.
To play.
Not as cool as his big brother Cerberus, but we'll get to him eventually.
Okay.
That was easy.
Boy, it's almost like you should have had a better security system than a universal key card that can open anything. Well, not gonna find anything by just standing around. I watch security cameras. Oh, that was close. Boy, this thief's eye thing is super powerful.
I can feel it.
Almost a little OP. Ah, can't leave him by himself. Yeah, tear your face off, thank you. Oh, okay. So that's Ryuji's special ability that occasionally just goes off. It instantly kills lower level enemies. Sometimes. Pretty useful if you don't want to have to deal with random encounters all the time.
Joker, there's a
Now, I guess they're not really random so much, as they are just, you know, they just kind of hang around.
Don't worry though. There's still nothing special. Joker took one out. All right. Okay, pass the baton and move on. You want more? There are 3 enemies. Let's get them. I shall put you to the sword. Keep it going, Fox.
Makoto's so freaking cool. She's great. Again, her kit is just great. It's all around a little more geared toward magic, but you know what? I like it a lot. She can do healing, she can do nuclear magic, she's got knuckle dusters, and a freaking revolver. Oh, cool, mid-level fire spell, great.
Okay.
Now we're starting to get to the stronger stuff.
Didn't even break a sweat.
I can see it.
Just leave suitcases all over your place. It's almost like you want to get robbed.
Whoa.
Okay, there's a better security system.
But
Both of them have keyholes. It's almost like they have a PAL system. Honestly, it's not all that secure. At the rate we've been going, we've gotten through here pretty fast. We've gotten through here pretty easy. Honestly, come to think of it, didn't Madarame have a pretty interesting security system that just like trapped you if you fell for a, that kind of just like put you in a cage filled with lasers? I haven't seen anything like that yet.
There's a treasure chest. Come, let's open it.
What do we got? Oh, tarnished gear, cool. We're gonna go there eventually, Morgana. Calm down. But first, keycard. Yeah.
I have something. I have something.
treasure chest.
They just have a bunch of treasure chests just lying all over the place. Again, it's almost like these guys want to get robbed. That makes me wonder, if all of the palaces are part of the cognitions of these people, then what exactly are the treasure chests that we're just robbing, that we're just taking away? Because I know the big treasure is their perception and we're basically rewriting it as we steal it. But what are the little treasures? Is that just like, I don't know,
Something.
little bits and pieces of their overall shitty cognition? Are we just picking off little brain cells? Is that what we're doing? I'm thinking about this way too much.
Oh,
Oh boy, guys in yellow. Sounds like those intruders are wreaking havoc in here. We have the keys they need, so things should be okay as long as we protect them. We're basically marking ourselves now. With our little lightsaber batons, nothing can stop us. That is the plan, Ryuji.
Listen up.
They're obviously not ordinary shadows. They have to be extremely strong. You know what I really like for a New Game Plus option? No, let's just bust through them. Let's deal with them both at the same time. I mean, that'd be, you know... Plus, I could sound the alarm. Good point. Alright, well... What should we do then? That's a good question. Hey, that's a good idea, Queen. Wow, it's weird having somebody who actually thinks shit through on our team. I feel like this whole Phantom Thief thing is gonna go a lot easier now with Queen on our team. And fortunately, the game lets you go ahead and just jump right over there. I like that. I like that level of convenience. Time to make a prank call. Okay, stay quiet. Shut up, shut up, shut up. It's gonna be funny. One person. Just one would be perfect. Okay, what about these other three guys? No, just one. That sounds highly suspicious. Are those donuts? Oh, I guess I better go do this. Nothing wrong will happen. Just gonna deal with some intruders by myself. Huh? No one here. Duh. You guys are stupid. I mean, we're bad at this, but man, you're worse. You're way worse. You don't even have a face. Oh yeah, super strong. Tornado Devil? Well, he's done now. Yeah. There you go. Cool, we got the right key. Now we just need to go get the left one. Alright, time to go hold up the other one. And just like with the last time, we get to instantly warp there. Hooray! So convenient. Oh, and they left the door open. What idiots! Like, don't turn off the security system after the guys left. I mean, we're pretty bad at this, but wow, you guys are just awful. Now that demon was called Floodbringer Demon, but unlike with earlier Persona games like Persona 2 and unlike with Persona 1 and 2, there is no water spell. Even though one of the main characters in 2 straight up just used water like that was his main element. I don't know why that got dropped. Water's a cool element. I guess ice covers it, but whatever. And cool, another part of the map. Very useful.
Nice.
Oh boy, even more elevators. Oh look, they have a laundering office.
Indeed.
Gotta be careful. Do we really? I don't think so. I'm more or less invincible. Oh look, another treasure demon. Let's go ahead and deal with this one.
Hey, that's a rare one.
It's the Queen's Necklace. And instantly it falls down. All out attack. Haven't done one of these in a while. Show's over. Nice chunk of change.
Okay.
Didn't even break a sweat.
Now, you can recruit treasure demons. You can't use them in battle, but they're more useful for another thing later on. But when you use them in the gallows, oh boy, do they give a bunch of experience.
All right.
And they do have moves. They do have moves. You can't use them in battle, but you can transfer them over. So that's pretty handy. Great teamwork, everybody. Everybody did their part. Let's go to the laundering office. Look, there's just money falling from the sky. Let's grab some of it. Okay, don't grab some of it. They took this from other people. Never mind. Would it even really count in the real world, is my question. What if we scooped up some of it, brought it to the real world, and then depending on what happened, then we would just like redistribute it back to the people they stole it from? Be like Robin Hood. Ooh, a new security camera. This one's blue. That one turns on and off, huh? They say it's for more efficient recording. That just seems like it's leaving you a huge blind spot.
It's somewhere. All right, we have it in sight. Focus.
Oh, you guys are scumbags.
I have something. Show me your true form.
Rip your face off! They never stood a chance.
Let's continue.
Two Yakshini who were once a mid-boss, kind of, sorta, and now they just go down a couple hits.
Okay,
They were nothing.
somewhere. Show me your true form.
It's weird that even though Makoto's codename is Queen, her arcana is Priestess, and not the Empress.
Want more? An enemy frozen.
Freezing an enemy is apparently very useful, because it just instantly shatters them once you hit them.
Victory.
Okay,
A stylish victory.
it's somewhere. I can see it.
You can make me do the duck walk! Pretty cool, huh?
Now then.
Hey, that money's dirty, just forget it. Okay, but what if we give it back to people? Is it dirty then? If we don't keep it, is it dirty? What if we redistribute it? No one ever discusses this. Whatever.
It's somewhere.
Oh, look, an elevator. Going down. Even further down.
Treasure chest. Why don't we
Sounds good to me. First gotta hit Orthus again. No, it's not even fair. It's not fair.
Killer victory.
They go down so fast.
Okay. I could have handled that myself.
You could have, actually. Oh, look, it's Kanashiro. Be super easy to ambush him now. Well, I guess we do need to get a little bit closer to hear what he's saying. So let's go ahead and do that.
It's somewhere. I have something.
I know I've said this a million times, but I will never get over Yusuke Naruto running. Doesn't matter what costume he's in, he'll always Naruto run. And it's great. Now, I don't know if I mentioned this before, but one of them just casted the spell Sayo. That's another new element. It's basically psychic damage. We're gonna get into that a little later on, but really, I just like the name of it. I think it sounds so cool. I like that name.
We're done here. Not bad, folks. A spectacular victory.
We just keep leveling up like crazy. There's a mid-tier nuclear spell. That works just fine. And because of Makoto's gun, which basically boosts up all her stats, yeah, no, she's good. She's covered. Mainly because I think the reason for that is Makoto kind of like levels up like even across the board, which means she's more of just a jack of all trades as opposed to anything that's really specialized in one category or another. That's kind of the thing that irks me a little bit on some of the equipment, on some of the endgame equipment for the characters. It should be like, okay, you get this really awesome endgame item, and it should be kind of like more spec toward what your character's good at. Now, for the main character, maybe have it be something akin of like, okay, all stats go up evenly. You basically spec them out to be whatever. That's fine. With characters like An or Morgana, maybe a little bit more leaning toward magic. Maybe with Morgana, you could add a bit more like speed or dexterity or something like that. Or, you know, put that on Yusuke. Make him faster. Or make him stronger. Definitely make Ryuji stronger. Add more strength and endurance. Just like double down. Make them even better at what they already do. Or cover up their weaknesses a little better. Like, this is in-game equipment. Like, at this point, you've earned it because you've gone through the ringer. You're at the end game. Your character should be at the maximum, like, peak capacity. The in-game equipment that we have right now has some cool effects here and there, but I don't know. Maybe in P5R, that's gonna be kind of weird to say, doesn't roll off the tongue quite as easily as P4G. Whatever, that's irrelevant at the moment. Maybe with P5R, there might be some more, like, specialized end-game equipment. We'll see. Or maybe not. Just tackle him. Just tackle him. Tackle him and tie him up. Don't kill him, because we can't do that, or because we can't kill them, because that'll cause them to have a mental shutdown. We can't do that. But it doesn't mention anywhere that says we can't, like, incapacitate them. Knock them out. You, the one guy, keep them away from the elevator. You will succeed where the other two have failed. Oh, it's another Oni. Oh, 3 Oni. Oh, and they have physical resistance, but you know what? Doesn't matter, because here comes An. Well, that's unfortunate for you. And now they're all dead. Oh, that's too good. That's too good. And everybody gets another level up, because why not?
I leveled up.
Just even more level ups. Who got a new skill? Ryuji got a new skill. Bad beat. Nice. Medium physical damage to everybody. Good. I like that. That works. Get rid of lunge. We don't need that anymore. Bad beat. Morgana gets a mid-tier heal. Good. Yusuke gets rising slash. That's really good. So now we have more reason to give Yusuke baton passes because he'll do an even bigger attack. And it's one of our first heavy attacks, I think. What do you leave behind? It's a journal. Okay. I know I keep saying that we're bad at what we do, but this guy is really bad at what he does. Alright, so we're getting to the innermost part of the bank now.
Okay, let's go.
No, we're ready. We're ready. We're good to go. But first, I believe there's a safe room right here.
This feeling. There might be a safe room around here.
This is a safe room.
We've made some good progress. Let's go ahead and talk about the current situation, huh?
Well,
Okay.
It's not gonna be right there and out in the open, on. You gotta make it a little further in. It's funny you mentioned that, Morgana. Can't do this all in one day. Okay, how about 2? Haste makes way. Ugh. Crap bit my tongue. That's like the only old saying I actually know, damn it. There's nothing old about it. Let him have something, game. Come on. He's trying his hardest. Ryuji's trying his best. Cut him some slack. Ryuji's not a terribly bright boy, but come on, he has some moments. Yeesh.
Let's get back.
Alright, let's get back on the trail, huh? There's just a bunch of money on the ground. Again, I keep saying this. We could just pick up some of it and just give it back. I don't think that would hurt anything. Would it be real money in the real world is my question.
Well, on to the next trial.
yeah! Victory!
All right. That's all.
Oh!
Ooh, good thing we have a bunch of lockpicks. We got 5 of them, in fact. Oh, cool. A weapon from Makoto that we're not going to use. Whoa, okay. Now it looks kind of fancy. Now it looks a little futuristic. There's a shit ton of vaults down here.
Hold on. That would mean...
Do you want to share with the rest of the class, Makoto? I'll explain why once I've confirmed my theory. You know what? Okay, that's fair.
A safe room might be close by, Joker. Why don't we look for it?
Another one right off the bat. Alright, that's fine.
Yes. Looks like we can rest.
We don't really need to, but alright, fine. Well, let's go ahead and get another progress update, huh?
Damn it.
And they have stuff to say. He's probably at the very center of this massive bank. Yeah, Makoto's pissed. She's been repressing a shit ton of anger. Like a lot.
Nice. What are your thoughts?
Let us be off.
Okay, let's move on.
Hmm.
I can feel it.
And for some reason we can't just like parkour our way up. So we gotta do this the hard way.
What?
So we have to punch in a pin number. Alright. Rich. This is disgusting. How obsessed can one man be with his money? Oh yeah, we got Kanashiro's journal. And of course, there's a code for it. Alright, so now you know the gimmick for this palace, finally. It's number puzzles. It is number puzzles. But here's the thing about number puzzles that are not randomly generated. They stay the exact same for every single playthrough, and they stay the exact same for every single copy of Persona 5. So really, if you want to be a cheap bastard, just look it up online. Now this one was a really easy one, but there's going to be a point where it's going to be like, oh, hey, we need to go find more pages to get more clues. You don't need to do that. All you need to do is just find the lock, and then just go like, oh, let's just go online and punch in the, and find out, what's the password? Oh, it's the exact same thing? Cool. Or write it down for New Game Plus runs. Either way, yeah, it goes by a lot quicker than it would on your first go-around. If even that. Some games have a way of like randomly generating passwords so that they don't have this kind of shit happen. But you know what? It's fine. So onward we go. More dogs. So more Orthus. Oh, and look, they have Hypixies. And now they're dead. Honestly, if some of you are wondering why I'm not fast-forwarding the dungeon crawling like I did in P4G, it's more of like the battles themselves don't really go on for that long.
There's a shadow up ahead.
And also, it's more of, hey, these dungeons have a lot more puzzles than Persona 4 The Golden did, where it was literally just walk around a dungeon for a bit. These are a bit more involved.
Reveal your true form.
Persona 4 The Golden just kind of had, like, hey, a little bit of dialogue before the start of the dungeon, and then it's more just, okay, walk around the hall, maybe find a key. I think there was, like, a puzzle, sort of, in one of the dungeons, but not really. It's more of getting to the dungeon is the puzzle, which this game also does. But now they're starting to introduce some of my favorite mid-tier demons, which is the Rakshasa. No, it's not like the D&D Rakshasa, which is the backwards hand tiger thing. These are different.
Myself. I have something.
Oh, but cool! We get a page of Kanashiro's journal. P = 1. It's part of a bigger puzzle there, Ryuji.
Focus.
Keep hitting the shadow dogs. Never stop.
On to the next trial.
Nice work, team.
Okay.
The battle's over. Okay,
See it.
let's get going.
He doesn't notice something that's right next to him.
I'll reveal your
And I still get the sneak attack on him even after I messed up the first time. What freaking idiots.
Let's go. Die! Surprisingly tough.
An enemy frozen.
Now, at this point on regular new games, this chapter might be a bit harder if you've been focusing a lot on physical attacks. It kind of wants you to use magic now. Kind of wants you to use magic a little bit. I can kind of get away with using physical attacks like non-stop because, again, in-game stuff. But still, just keep that in mind. I'm not instant killing them most of the time.
That was easy.
It's a bit easier for me, again, because I have all this upgraded stuff. But still, just take everything I do with a grain of salt.
Take caution.
And neither Yusuke or Ryuji are very good with magic. Honestly, you probably want to just throw in Morgana on the team. Again, this is only if, you know, you're doing a proper new game. You probably wouldn't want to remove Morgana, period, because he's the main healer. But I say screw that, because his cat puns annoy me.
I am thou.
How's this? You defeated an enemy. Persona. Ha!
Oh cool, we stole a muscle drink.
Respect from you, Joker. Nice work, team.
Even more level ups. Never stop leveling up.
Okay. I can
You're
feel
not too
it.
tired after that.
Just get super, super buff.
I found a chest. What do you want to do, Joker?
Now, I know I've been saying a lot about how New Game Plus is kind of busted, but really, Persona 5 is not all that busted. I don't know if they're going to change it up for Persona 5 R, but Persona 5 Vanilla is not busted. Having in-game weapons, yeah, that's pretty strong, but eventually there's stuff that equalizes it. There is some equalizers here and there, like the Reaper, who will kick your ass. Doesn't matter if you have in-game stuff. At the end of the day, if only Joker is the one who has like a level 90 something persona, okay, he's gonna last a little longer, but even with an omnipotent orb, doesn't matter. Gonna go down. Some of the other Atlas games are a bit more busted. Let me explain. For example, Persona 3 Portable, the main character can retain their levels, as well as like all the in-game equipment, if I'm remembering correctly. The main character only. Also, here's Blazing Hell. There's a super high fire tier magic. They still resist it. Just keep that in mind. Anyway, as I was saying, Persona 3 Portable, yeah, the main character can maintain like their level from the end of the last playthrough. So that makes one character overpowered as hell, so you can kind of get away with a little bit more, so you can afford to be a bit riskier. Ooh, what new skill do we get? Fire Break, that's pretty good. Get rid of Agi, we don't need it. But now, another game I've been playing a lot of is Tokyo Mirage Sessions. That game is also a little busted, because not only do you get to keep all your in-game weapons, hey, guess what? You get to keep all your in-game levels too. So you can just plow through boss encounters like they're nothing. Although there are some super enemies that can put you on the edge. But you know what? That's fine. That's fine. But you know what? The game goes, hey, do you want to have all this in-game stuff? Or do you want to start fresh and just have new costumes and stuff? It's up to you. We can just give you a clean slate besides the costumes. I like that option. I like the option of either A, being able to go in just guns blazing, I want all my shit and I want to be able to plow through this game super fast. Or, you know what? Just the costumes is fine. There needs to be kind of an equalizer here and there. And you know what? Having all that in-game stuff is nice if you're able to plow through it, but hey, now you can actually go toe-to-toe with like the super enemies. That's cool. That's fine with me.
Okay. I can see it.
Anyway, here's the new password that we need to punch in. It's called REAP. The password is REAP. Isn't that like to harvest? Why would he want that as a password? Again, yes. Yes, Kaneshiro is a bad person. He's a supervillain. Let's just move on, shall we? Yep, he is a horrible, horrible bastard. We don't really need much more we don't really need much more reinforcement of that. We get it. He's an asshole. We get it. We understand this. He is a jackass. Let's stop talking about it. It's just pissing us off even more. Let's just get through this and let's deal with him.
Hmm.
「
So, just go ahead and punch in the numbers. 0931. Didn't even have to look at the journal, because you can just easily just have it already typed up.
Yes.
Boy, that vein in his head is just about to bust, isn't it? He's completely distorted. That's why we're kicking his ass. And hey, we can just jump right back over to the vault. I love this convenience. It's so good. It's so good.
Yeah.
Well, if I had to take a wild guess, rule of threes, usually. Still not really all that bad. Why would you have two little piggy banks right near your vault door, dude? Idiot. Stealing all your shit.
I can feel it.
Oh, but now he has electric fences. Well,
I have something.
I guess we just can't do anything in here. But you know what we can do? Parkour! Weren't expecting that shit, were ya?
Look, a treasure chest.
They just have a shit ton of these things, don't they? So many treasure chests. Oh, another lockpick, huh? Alright, good. We got 4 more of them. Makoto's so happy. Yay! I'm doing crimes! Oh, wait.
See it.
She gets so excited. I love it.
Shadow identified.
Show me your
Shadow identify. Oh, okay. You already got him. All right. That's fine. Just hit him. Just hit him. And now Panther's pissed off. I don't know if the rage gives them more strength. It feels like it does. I know it's not a good side effect, but I feel like it kind of buffs them up a little bit.
Okay.
You're not too tired after that, are you? Don't fall behind.
I can feel it. Focus.
Honestly, I'm getting a little careless here. Just a little. Again, I can get away with it. New Game Plus and whatnot. You guys, anyone who's playing this just straight up new, might want to be a little bit more cautious. Torn page number 4. G equals P. Alright, we already have P. Oh look, ambush! Oh look, they're done!
Nice job, Panther!
Victory is
Took them all
ours.
out. Nice work, team.
All right. Easier than cleaning my.
At this point, 20% is nothing. Although Fox has taken a lot of fire damage recently.
Watch them carefully.
Yeah, no.
How undignified.
We don't need anything from you guys.
A spectacular victory.
Just EXP and money. That's all we need.
All right.
We're not even that bad on MP. What's the password for this one? Hugs. What? It says huge. Can you even read? Yeah, okay, Ryuji. I try to vouch for you, dude, but really? You're mistaking an S for an E? We have the password number anyway. It doesn't matter. What's this word again? I can't read huge. Huge, as in you're a huge idiot. Come on, be nice. He's trying his best. It's just his best isn't all that great. I feel so bad for Ryuji. Two, 3, 1, 9. And that's another one.
Yes.
Oh boy, I wonder what kind of scumbag thing Kanashiro's gonna say this time. He needs a huge presence. It's my turn now. I want to walk over people.
You are unforgivable.
Yes. Yes, Kanashiro is a huge scumbag. We understand this. We get it. We are on board with this. We are on board. You don't need to keep reminding me that he's a huge scumbag. We get it. We're on board. We are all on the same page. Yes, I'm okay with this. Let's get him.
Yeah.
Okay, now do you want to tell us, Makoto? The entire floor is the cylinder of a lock. That actually is pretty cool. He's still a huge scumbag, but this is actually pretty cool. And also, this seems incredibly expensive and overcomplicated. Why would you make your entire bank look like the inside mechanism of a lock? Don't get me wrong, it's cool. It's really cool and fascinating and interesting to look at, but this is overly complicated and probably cost a metric shit ton. Again, I know this is intercognition, but still. The whole floor is just a giant lock. So does that mean there's a giant key here as well? I still don't see why we don't just parkour over all of this. Time for another mid, boss. Accept your death. My red lightsaber baton will help me. Alright. Actually, I forget the name of this demon. But I think it's Cosmo Kaneko's favorite demon, actually. I think that's what I've heard. Hang on, I'm gonna look this up. Oh man, here comes Yusuke's assist attack. Oh, it's so cool.
I knew you could do it, Fox.
Just like a real samurai. I don't know why Fox didn't do his all-out attack, but whatever. This one doesn't require any keys, but there are buttons on the left and right of the box. And now this one is just... This is kind of a weird one. I'm not sure what the whole point of this one is. You just flip a switch. It's not really a hard puzzle, because you have to flip like 2 switches. You flip that one, then you go in, you flip another one, and then you come back and you flip it again. Just flipping switches. Which combination is the right one?
Joker.
It's not even a combination of switch flipping. It's just you flip it one way and then you have to flip it another one. Like after you're done. How is that a puzzle? Whatever. Moving on. That was a little weird. Fox. Come on, man. I don't know why I'm bringing you in an area where that's like has a bunch of fire dogs, but I guess that's my fault.
All right. It's somewhere.
Shadow defeated.
Rip this guy's face off. Just like Nicolas Cage. I love it. I love that reaction. Oh shit!
Nice work, team.
Wait, what are you doing? Oh shit!
It's a step forward.
Yeah, that's right. Oh shit! You weren't expecting this last surprise, were you?
Okay.
That was an easy win. Let's go, Joker.
Another lockpick. Revenge mirror.
Oh, a treasure chest. This is what thievery is about.
We just opened it, Fox. Calm down.
It's somewhere. It's somewhere. I have something.
Even though Joker's not in his thief costume, he still adjusts his gloves, even though he's not wearing them.
One enemy, but it's pretty strong.
Take Minakata. I'm almost positive that's one of Kazuma Kaneko's favorites. I'm gonna look this up.
You're so awesome.
Check out this new skill.
Okay. I can feel it.
That was easy.
Yeah, okay, here we go. Since his appearance in SMT3 Nocturne, his design has never been switched for an older one. Nor has he gotten a redesign. He is the favorite demon of Kazuma Kaneko, as evidenced in a Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne interview.
I can see it.
Now that's from the wiki, so I'm not sure how accurate it is, but
Focus.
as far as I know, yeah, apparently that's one of Kazuma Kaneko's favorite demons. It looks pretty cool. I like it. Personally, though, if I had to pick one that has the name Take in front of it, it's gonna be Take Mikazuchi. Take Mikazuchi is one of my big-time favorites. Again, yeah, I'm bringing that back because Kanji and his personas are great. Here's Cosmic Flare. Yeah. How do you like that shit? I'm killing you with the fucking power of the cosmos.
One enemy remaining. This is the last one. No time to waste. A spectacular victory.
Even more level ups. Who gets a new skill? It's Morgana. Mid-tier wind spell.
That's a new skill.
Energy shower.
Okay. That's all.
The suspicion meter's getting pretty high.
3 enemies.
We might actually have to start getting worried a little bit.
This is my other self.
Man, Yusuke's cutting animation always looks so freaking crazy. Not compared to Makoto's, though. No, Makoto's is just scary. She is pissed when you see hers.
Let's do this. I'll use my persona. You owe that. We defeated an enemy. One enemy remaining.
He just called us clown shoes. What an asshole. Yeah, you're about to be taken down by a bunch of clown shoes. He called us clown shoes.
Spectacular victory.
Okay.
Shadow defeated. Let's go, Joker.
Show me your
Tear your face off.
Now's our chance to strike.
Little overkill. Little overkill on the guy who was almost done. I don't care. I love Makoto. She's great. She's never being taken off the party. She's good. She's that good.
ours.
Yeah, victory.
Okay.
That was an easy win. Let's go, Joker.
There's a treasure chest. Come.
I'm working on it. What do we get? Gold tainted armor. Alright. Possibly some pretty good gear. You never know.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
Might as well show off Psycho Force. Look at that! Look how crazy that is! But again, that's not going to be... I'm going to be changing up Arsene's moveset after a while. Because there's some specific moves that I just need to put on him.
You're so gorgeous, Panther.
Morgana! Calm down!
Just what I'd expect from you, Joker.
Like, Morgana is just is just constantly always at a 10.
Okay.
Morgana's constantly just like, oh my god, you Panthers, you're so hot. Ugh. Calm down, cat. Jeez.
It's somewhere.
They were pretty sneaky about that one. Not sneaky enough. First, let's go ahead and unlock this. Probably don't need to, but you know. Even though we don't need to find the clue, we can just punch it in. May as well just go do a little bit more scouting.
That one's strong. I don't advise.
Oh, you don't advise fighting it? Okay. How about I fight it?
Looking cool.
Damn right I am. Don't you forget it.
Go ahead.
Not over yet.
Let's go.
Enemy down. Keep it going,
This is my other self.
Even more ice.
Tenacious.
Ow! 4 left. Hang in there. Prepare yourself. That was amazing. 2 enemies defeated. 2 foes left. Let's do this. Yes,
Yeah, it wasn't so difficult, was it, Morgana? No, we got this on lock.
Alright.
Auto recover. Fox is looking a little low on MP, so is Queen. But you know what? It's fine. Hey, look, another hint. Torn page 5. O plus 8 equals 10. Alright. So we're getting the calculations now. Good grief. Time to do some math, or not.
Focus.
This is bullshit. Yeah, the word is gold. It's pretty straightforward. Yeah, it is. I love gold. This guy would be a lot more endearing if he talked like Goldmember. I believe we can, Yusuke. With the power of New Game Plus and the internet, anything's possible. One, 8, 4, 1. Bingo! And that's the last one. Oh, that's why you can't parkour over all of it, because even if we did, that thing wouldn't be there. Alright, that's fair. This gold sheen. Look at my eyeballs, they're glowing. Yeah, it's ugh. What's he gonna say now? This is the fruit of all my hard labor.
What was that?
This guy needs to get his brain checked. And then once he's done checking it, I'm gonna clock it. This much I'll be invincible, omnipotent. Now I have purple skin. That's how rich and powerful I am. His actions are unforgivable. Let's go rewrite this person's brain. Yep, rule of thirds, Makoto. Rule of thirds. Let's head straight there. You're like some kind of prophet, Queen. Even the elevator is covered in money. Like, come on, dude. He kept bringing up how rich and powerful he wants to be. Oh no, he's insecure. He's gonna feel real insecure after we rewrite his brain. That's what we're doing. We're not exactly good people. Despite our good intentions, we are still rewriting this person's brain. That is the thing that we're doing. We're the good guys, but we use less than savory methods ourselves. Our hands aren't completely clean, but you know what? They're worse. That's our justification. And hey, now we're in the vault. And Morgana and Ryuji are here now for some reason. I guess this is the party I should have been using? Whatever.
I see.
A calling card? Yeah. Maybe you can write it. I mean, we've got the whole team. I mean, we've got a pretty good team now going here. Like, Makoto can write it. Yusuke can draw for it. And I guess Ryuji can just, like, go hand it out or go throw it all over the place because of how fast he is or whatever.
Yes!
Doesn't matter. As long as we steal the treasure, we'll change his heart. I mean, that's kind of what we're trying to do. Yeah, now all we gotta do is just send the calling card. And you know what? We're gonna do that in the next update. And you know what that probably means. Boss fight! Nah, we're good. We got this covered. We got this covered.
Okay, let's take a break.
And we are done. So let's go ahead and head back to the entrance and get out of here. We did everything in the dungeon. Palace, whatever. These words are hard-grained in my brain. We'll send the calling card in the next update. So we're good for now. Look at all that progress we made. Look at it. Look at all that progress. So much progress. Unlimited progress.
Okay.
Alright, so now back to LeBlanc. But first, a quick text message. Yeah, we're gonna send it in the next update, Ryuji. I just said that. Anyway, as they're all gonna kind of go back and forth about this, that's gonna do it for this update. In the next update, like I said, we're gonna send the calling card, we're gonna do a boss fight, we're gonna change Kanashiro's heart. Alright, until then, thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next update. Until then, see ya.